Hello and welcome back to a new video. A couple months ago I uploaded this video linked up here in which I told you that one of my plans for this year of 2024 is that I'm going to try to wear everything in my closet, or I want to wear everything in my closet. I want to see what I have, what I use, somewhat how frequently I use it as well, but the most important thing for this experiment is to actually end up wearing everything at least once. Now we are about halfway through the year and I wanted to give you an update on how it's going. I have this clothing rack behind me right here. I have another one further down on this wall, and I also have this chest of drawers in between. Not all of it is full of clothes, I will tell you. Some of it is other things, and some of it is like underwear and socks and stuff, which I'm not tracking. I'm not keeping track of if I wear them or not. Now, as I mentioned in that previous video, the way I am tracking this is with the hanger system. If a hanger is facing the wrong way, such as this one, I have not yet worn that item. And for the drawers, I made little cardboard dividers, so I had my husband make little cardboard dividers to separate worn from unworn within a certain drawer. I'm going to share it all with you throughout this video, and I hope you find that interesting. Spoiler alert, I'm doing pretty well, so good job me. But before we get started, I do want to tell you that there are some items that you probably saw in that previous video that have already left my wardrobes, or I'm trying to sell them on Vinted or donate them or find another home for them because they didn't fit or for whatever reason didn't work for me. And then there are some items that are new to me. No newly made, newly produced items, but a few secondhand things have entered into my wardrobe and I'm really happy with them, and some of them are not yet here, some of them are in the wash. 2 of them I am wearing, including this nice little white button down because I have problems, but it has a nice little collar, which is nice, and this gorgeous dress, which when I came home and I put it on, my husband said, "That's a very you dress," and he's right. Maybe he should be in charge of the whole finding my style thing because, again, he took one look at it and said, "That's a very you dress," and he is very right. And some of these items are perhaps not as me, but we'll get to that down the line in this experiment. Now to start, I'm going to talk through this clothing rack that you can see right here, of which I've worn the majority of the clothes. I'm going to pull out the things I haven't worn and talk through why. First up, we have this little crop top button down shirt, which is brown with white polka dots and a little tie at the waist. This is an item I've had for a few years, and I only really wear it with one item, namely a skirt that I'm trying to sell, which is also on here, that I just don't really like the fit of. And I've worn this with high-waisted jeans at some point and liked it, but not loved it. Plus, it is brown, which is not a color I am automatically drawn to. Sticking with the brown theme, we have this blazer. It's a very nice blazer. It's like a suede material. I really like the feel of it. I'm okay. I like how it looks. I don't love how it looks, but I like how it looks. But I'm not drawn to it. It's brown. Now it's summer, and we've had a very weird summer thus far. I'm filming this on the 6th, I believe, of July, and it's raining and storming and windy as crazy outside. But I don't know, I didn't wear it in the wintertime where that kind of added layer could have worked instead of a cardigan or a sweater. And I haven't worn it yet this summer because the summer has been very flip-floppy between very warm and very windy and rainy. I don't know how well this material would deal with rain. Not drawn to it. Again, it's brown. It might not be staying for very long, I'm not entirely sure, but both of these items I'm still hanging on to with the intention to try to wear them throughout the rest of the year. Next up, we have that skirt I mentioned that I'm trying to sell. I haven't worn it. It's an H&M skirt. I got it secondhand years ago. It has a little bit of boning at the top, which makes it look pretty good on, and it has this tie in the middle at the front, which makes it look a bit like a corseted type top of the skirt. It's fine, but it creases as soon as you look at it, which I find very annoying. It's kind of a stiff, loud material. I don't know if you can hear this. It just feels needlessly loud, and now I probably creased it as well. I just don't love it, and it's a warm beige color, which beiges and browns generally are not colors I go for. We've talked about this before. It's just not doing much for me. I do like the length. It's a good midi length. It hits a bit below my knees, which I quite like. And I do like the top of it. Had this been in a material that didn't crease as easily and had it been a different color, I think I would have been more inclined to wear it and more intrigued to do so. Next up, we have this lovely wrap dress that is currently not wrapped, therefore it doesn't look like much. It's a lovely dress. It's red with green and purple and white and like peach print, like not print of peaches, but in a peach color print on it. It's really nice. I love the length. I love the swoosh. I got this and wore it last year. The problem with it that I didn't realize when I was trying it on is when I sit down in this, there is extreme gaping in the chest area. I am not very gifted in the chest department, and when I sit down, there's just a big flap of fabric that doesn't stay up, and I could pin it, but if I pin it, it pins, like it sits wrong when I stand versus sitting, and it also does this thing in the skirt part of it. Standing is pretty fine, but sitting down, it just opens way beyond how far I want it to open. So I have in the past worn it with this skirt underneath, which works, but I don't think the dress itself is working for me, which is a shame because it's a lovely fabric, it's a lovely print, it's a lovely color, but I don't know if it's for me. Next up, we have this pink top that I mentioned in what I believe to be last week's video when I did my wearing review, my review of the app Wearing, or my experience with it for the first year. This is a hot pink top with sort of bat wing sleeves, not really, but sort of. I guess they fall in that category. I got this from Teresa, who wasn't wearing it and asked if I wanted it, and I said yes, and that was sometime in the fall last year, and I have yet to wear it. It's a very nice fabric, it's a nice color, this is a color I really enjoy, I just haven't been drawn to it, and I should wear it soon. I do want to wear it soon. Next up, we have this little number, which is a button-down shirt in hot pink with monstera leaves on it in green. You might have seen this if you saw my Barbiecore video last year. I'll link that up in the cards for you. It's a nice shirt. It feels good to wear. It's a good size, I think. I haven't worn it so far this year, so I don't know if it still fits comfortably, but I think it would. But again, I just haven't been drawn to wearing it. It feels very bright, which is not necessarily a bad thing. I do like bright. But the way I've wanted to dress this year and the way I have dressed this year hasn't really been this, for whatever reason. I had intentions, and I still kind of have intentions, to wear it this summer if the weather is a little bit nicer, so I could wear it with like maybe a crop top or a tank top underneath and just open, and obviously shorts or something on the bottom. I think that would look really good. But so far, I have not worn it. Moving on, we have 3 pieces here at the very end that I have not worn. First up, we have this dress with little bells on it. So I'm going to try to not shake it too much. It's a long sleeve dress. It's really nice. It looks like it's shrunken, but it might just be really, really creased, and it might come out once I stretch the fabric a bit. I got this almost 2 years ago now at a secondhand store where you paid per kilo. And I found this dress and it was soft fabric, it was pink, it was pretty, it was nice. I have worn it a bit, but definitely not as much as I would have liked to. I feel like it doesn't really get as appreciated in my wardrobe as it deserves to be by someone. And despite it being pink and a dress and a length I quite like, I don't know how me it is. I do want to wear it again soon and just see how I feel in it, because I haven't put it on since last time I wore it, which was a long time ago. Now, this one's going to be a little bit difficult to show you because I can't hang it better on the hanger than this, but this is a hot pink and yellow and green and some other colors halter neck dress that I also wore in the Barbiecore video last year. I really like it, but I don't feel like it's something I would wear at work. And yes, as of me filming this, I have had vacation for the last 3 weeks, but it also feels a little fancier. It's not something I would just put on a random Tuesday, even if I'm at home, and just lounge around in, because it feels pretty exposed in the shoulders and back especially. But it's really nice. I just don't really go places where I dress up like this, I guess. Do still want to keep it, do still want to wear it. This, for some reason, aligns more to me, and the color palette and the pattern and whatever, this just feels better to me and a bit more me than this does. Though I think if you would take these 2 dresses to someone who knows me and hold them up and ask them to point out which one is more me, I think the majority of people will pick this one. Maybe I should bring him to my husband and see what he says, because he could pinpoint the one I'm wearing so very well. Lastly, on this rack, we have this shirt. This used to be a white shirt. It used to be a white-based button-down with flowers on it. And then many years ago, we're talking like 2016 or 2017, I think 2016, this was chucked in with a red and pink wash. And then it turned pink. I have worn this a lot in previous summers, but as you can tell, not at all this summer so far. It is only the beginning of July, but still. And I'm not as drawn to it anymore as I used to be. It's not because of the discoloration, I don't mind that, it's pink, I like pink, but it's just something about it that doesn't really feel as me anymore as it used to. If I had to choose between this and a white button down, I would pick a white button down. I do have an affinity for those, I do have so many of them. I would pick a white one over this one, which doesn't mean there's anything wrong with this one, I just would prefer a white one. Okay, moving on to this clothing rack, we'll end with the dresser. I think that's going to be easiest. I have done pretty well on this side as well, I think. I think I've done about equally well without having counted anything. But let's go through my have not worn pieces. First up, we have this denim jacket with little beads and sparkles and stuff on it that I got last August. It's a bit creased at the moment, as is many things in my life and my wardrobe. But I really do like it, I just haven't worn it yet this year. Last year I didn't wear this as a proper jacket, I more wore it as a layering piece, like I talked about with the brown blazer over there. That's sort of how I wore this one. But it hangs in here as opposed to in our coat closet or like with our coats and jackets. I don't know why, but it is here and I do really intend to wear it, hopefully soon, weather permitting. Then we go down the rack and we have many things I have worn. And then we come up on this skirt, which I have not worn yet this year. This is a gorgeous navy skirt with these little green details and hearts and stuff like that on the front. It has a bit of cat hair on it as well, which also recurring in my life and my household. This is a gorgeous wool skirt. I wore this a lot in the winter and Christmas season last year. Love it. There's absolutely nothing bad about it. There's nothing I don't like about it. I just didn't wear it in the January, February months, because I wore other wool skirts. I have a lot of wool skirts. And yeah, this is definitely going to stay. Definitely going to wear it down the line come fall, winter, and Christmas again. Next up, I'm a little bit surprised because I have this shirt. This is a button-down shirt that as with most things in my wardrobe, I bought secondhand a number of years ago, and it has this really, really funky print on it. And I used to live in this shirt a few years back. I wore it all the time. And for some reason, I'm not wearing it as frequently anymore, and I don't know why. I do still really love it. I love the print. I love the colors. Comparing this to the pink floral shirt, not that I need to, but I am, I'd keep this over that one, even though they're completely different and they shouldn't perhaps be compared. Next up is this oversized nautical button-down shirt that I got last year. It's got little anchors and a little beach hut and stuff on the collar and an anchor and stuff. I just said anchor, didn't I? I think it's really cute. I haven't worn it though so far this year, and to me this is more of a summery piece because of the nautical themes on it, I suppose. So I should get on wearing this, hopefully soon, hopefully in the summer. I have this thing where I feel like summer is over when my vacation is over. I have another week of vacation. I go back to work on the 15th, I think, of July. And then we have a month and a half left of summer, and I need to get that into my head because I'm a little bit stressed that I don't have enough time for all the summer things in the next week of me having vacation. And that's just not how it is it? Next up we have this cardigan, and I'm confused as to why this cardigan is on this rack because all my other cardigans are folded up in a drawer, so I should fold this up as well and put it in the right place in that drawer. This is a long grey cardigan. I've had it for a few years, nothing special. I am definitely more drawn to my colourfuller cardigans, my more colourful cardigans, or thicker ones. This doesn't often make the cut. This is not often something I reach for anymore. Evidently, I haven't worn it once this year so far, but I'm going to move it to that drawer and see if I wear it or not. It doesn't even want to stay on the hanger. Next up, we have this grey long shirt ? It's a little bit see-through in its material. It has these big slits on the side that are about waist height, like so. I I've worn it once. I've had it for a couple of years. I've worn it once. I hated that outfit. I think this would look really good with just like shorts and a bralette, but I don't know. I haven't gravitated towards it. It might be because I've more been feeling color in the summer months. I do more feel like color than I do color and white. White button downs, I should say, more than the darker colors, but I don't know. It will stay for now. We'll see how I get on with it if I wear it. But I do think it's more of a summery piece for me than a fall winter piece, and it's not really speaking to me in summer. We shall see. Next we have this cotton, very soft fabric pencil skirt, very stretchy, elastic kind of skirt that I don't love. And I want to love everything in my wardrobe. It's very soft. It makes me look pretty good, but it's also very tight in a way that I'm not really comfortable with. We do know at this point that I do really like my, swooshy skirts and dresses instead. And this is very, very form-fitting and tight. But it is comfortable, or it was last time I wore it. And I think I could put together a cute-ish outfit with it. This to me is also more of a summer skirt than a winter skirt. I don't like wearing this with tights because it doesn't really work. They get stuck on each other. But it's also grey, and I don't gravitate towards that a lot in the summer, like I just said. Comfortable though, we'll try to wear it before summer's over in a month and a half. Next we have another skirt. We have this grey denim mini skirt that I've had for a few years. It was featured in my Wearing Neutrals for a Week video, which I did February last year. This is actually a skirt I wore when I got my driver's license because I got that during that experiment. And I don't know. I have a bit of a love-hate relationship with denim skirts in that I really like how they look, but I rarely like the fit of them. I do also have this blue one that I have worn this year, hence why I'm not talking about it in this video, but now I am, that I prefer the length to and all that, but it doesn't fit right on my waist either. This fits my waist okay. It's a bit of a problem to get on because the zipper is so short and proportions and all that, but it is short. Like the skirt itself is very short. I can wear this with tights. I have done that. I wouldn't wear this without tights because it's too short. But I don't know. It just feels very, very short. It is very short. Not entirely comfortable in it. Again, middies and maxis are definitely something I prefer. Interestingly enough, I also got this at the pay per kilo secondhand store that I got the pink dress in. If that's fun information for anyone. Next we have a little dress. This was included in some of my capsules back in 2022. I've had this for a number of years and it's a really soft, nice mini dress that it's nice. I have two shirts, two short sleeve knit sweaters, one in pink and one in mustard that I tend to wear under it, which is really nice. But this is getting short. For some reason. I don't know if it's shrinking. I don't know if I'm just less comfortable with the shortness of it. But I haven't worn it. I didn't wear it in the fall either. And I haven't worn it so far this year. I don't think I'm comfortable wearing this without tights under it. I might be able to wear it with like bike shorts underneath in the summer. But it feels more like a winter piece to me. And yet it still feels too short for winter. This is one I'm not sure about if it's staying long term. Next up, we have this vest. We have two more vests coming up after this one as well. It is a black base with purple and green and red and orange pattern on it. I got it in August last year. I like it. I just have not really been wearing a lot of vests this year so far, and I have 4 of them, and I have worn 1 of those 4 so far. Vest like this is more of a winter thing for me, or fall winter, so it's not really time for me to wear them now, but I do really like it, and I hope to get a lot of wear out of it moving forward. The next vest I talked about in my previous video as well. My wearing video. It's a black velvet vest with sparkles on the front. I really like it. I got it late December. It would be a good winter, New Year's, Christmassy type thing. Haven't worn it like that. I'm not going to wear it in summer. Do still really like it. I'm going to go a little bit out of order here and just grab my last vest, which is this nice wool one with gorgeous, gorgeous white embroidery on it. And then some embroidery around the collar and armholes as well in the bottom. This is so good. I love this so much. It's perfect. I want to wear it, but not in summer. Next, we have my pleather skirt with a big slit on it. Again, tight fitting, which is not really me. Getting a bit small, which I'm not going to make myself fit my clothes. They have to fit me. But this I do really like. I'm more drawn to this than the grey cotton one. I think this could be quite good. It can be quite good. I have made it quite good in the past. It's got that slit, it's got that pleather. I like it, but looking at me right now and what I'm wearing and looking at this, it's two different people. I don't mind that. I've had a very mixed, eclectic style over the years, but I like it. I want to style it again and see how I feel in it and if it still fits, but I like it. I actually do quite like it, even though it doesn't really go with this dress. Luckily, I wouldn't wear it with this dress, so it works. And then lastly on this rack is kind of boring, and I'm not even really counting this as an item. It's this black slip dress, nightgown type thing that I only ever wear under other things. I wear it as an extra layer to make, skirt or dress and tights not clash and not, get stuck on each other. This makes it a little bit more smooth and silky. It's just hanging here. It should really be in a drawer instead, and it's not really counted as an item, but it was hanging here, so I felt like I should show you. I also can't remember if I have worn it or not this year, because this was sharing a hanger with one of the vests before, and then I separated them, and I can't remember if I worn this as a skirt liner or not. I don't really count it as an item. I think of this as I do my bike shorts, for example, which I don't count how much or how often I wear them. So I'm going to move this to a drawer instead for just that purpose. Alright, I took a brief break for lunch and I'm now back and I'm going to do these drawers behind me. I don't want to pull out every single item that I haven't worn, so I'm going to show you what the composition, I suppose, of the drawer looks like, where the divider is and how much is on each side of it. And then while doing that, I'm thinking I'm going to put pictures up of the items I have not yet worn in that drawer on the screen for you. I hope that makes sense. Let's go through the drawers. Okay, so in the first drawer, we have my cardigans and some knit vests. Yes, I do like my vests. I have 3 or 4 vests with buttons on them, and then I have a couple knit ones as well. And one of the knit ones also has buttons on it, so yes. But here we can see the divider, and this is actually the only one that I've decided to fold down like that instead of just having a straight line. And we have 3 items here that have yet to be used. We have this Christmas vest that I got last year and love, and I wore it a lot during that season, and I'm gonna definitely wear it again during the Christmas season up ahead, but I don't wear it in summer. We have this knit vest situation, and we also have this knit Christmas dress, which I've had for a few years. It is getting a bit short, or shorter than I prefer it, but I'm hanging on to it to also wear it this upcoming Christmas season, and then we shall see if it stays. In the next drawer down, it looks like I have worn everything because the divider is right over here. That is also a new pair of pants that I have not shown you. They've not been in a video yet, but they are a pair of Lucy and Jack Addison jeans that I got secondhand. Love the colors. Have worn them. The divider is here, but beyond the divider, we do have 1 pair of shorts, which I'll put on the screen for you right now. I've not yet worn those, and again, it hasn't really been a very hot summer. It was really warm in May when I was still working. I don't think I want to wear those at work because they are a bit short. And then I just haven't worn them during the brief warm days during my vacation. Moving on, we have this drawer in which I have my t-shirts and my tank tops, or camisole, depending on what word you prefer. And I do have a few here in the front that I have not used yet. I have this sort of skin colored, not really skin colored, but light beige strappy tank top. I have this white and black cropped little tank top. And then I have this white tank top that I got from Teresa a few years ago that is a little bit big for me in the chest department. And I don't gravitate towards it. I don't think I wore that once last year. So I don't really think I need a white tank top in my wardrobe. Now this final drawer looks a little bit messy, and that's because it is. It would definitely help if I folded down this little divider thing like so, but I haven't done that yet. But the only thing we have on the right, the only sweater, which is what this drawer is, that I have not yet worn is this light grey sweater that my granddad actually knit for himself in his much younger years. And I don't even have that in my wearing because I don't know if that's a sweater that I want to wear. It doesn't really fit me. It is a little bit small on me, but I don't know if I want to get rid of it. But if I don't intend to wear it, maybe it shouldn't be in my drawer. So if we include the sweater that my granddad knit and the cardigan that was hanging over on this rack that I'm now going to fold and put into the the knit drawer, the cardigan drawer. I have 31 items that I have not worn thus far this year. I am not counting that like slinky nightgown dress thing that I only use as like a skirt liner. I'm not counting that. 31 items I haven't used so far is a number I am okay with. I would like that number to go down to 0 in the next 6 months, obviously, because that's part of this experiment. But I feel pretty good about it. There were definitely more summer-ish pieces that I hadn't worn yet than I thought they were going to be, even though I do see them on a regular basis, because, you know, they're hanging right here in my bedroom. But I am okay with that number. I'm gonna keep bringing that number down, I hope. And I'll give you an update at the end of the year or the beginning of next year to see how it all went down. But this is all I have for you for this video. I would love to hear down below if you keep track of how much or what items in your wardrobe that you're wearing. And I'll be back with another video soon, so I hope to see you then. Bye!